Hello everyone. We are back. And ready to do some, well, sort of ready. I have not streamed in a minute. I have not made any videos in a little bit. And that is because I've had some stuff going on in my day-to-day life. And I now have some time to get back into playing some Pokemon. And I have a Switch 2, so I do want to test that out and see how that looks on stream. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Basically, we're going to play some games. I'm going to use my Koraidon Lunala team. I don't have a new team that I haven't featured on the channel yet. So I'm just going to use a team that I feel very comfortable with. And just see how it goes. And starting, hopefully, basically today, you know, I obviously didn't get to really update anybody telling you when I was going to do this stream, but basically I just wanted to jump into this so that next week I can start streaming a little bit more regularly and just rip the band-aid off and start playing some games. So I haven't played much at all, probably in a month or so, or yeah, about a month or so. I did play one game on this account the other day after I got my Switch 2. Okay, so I'm probably going to be a bit rusty, to be honest, but that's okay. I should get the hang of it pretty quickly, I would imagine. Now, I'm pretty sure into this team, usually my goal is to try to win with the Lunala. And then I believe I usually bring the 2 fake out guys. I'll start with Rillaboom. Only other option would be to use like Brute Bonnet plus Rillaboom. It's not terrible either, but I think this should be fine. Okay. This is definitely one of the more annoying leads that I can go up against. Oh, hey, thank you. Okay. I would say this is going pretty favorably for the most part. Definitely going to rip my Terra, go for a Dazzling Gleam, and U-turn out of here. We could have went for another Calm Mind, would not have been a bad play at all, because the... Yeah, this is what they always do. Yeah, if we set up enough Calm Minds, then their two special attackers just don't have the damage output. But I'm kind of fine with this. And now that I know they're Thunder Waving us, probably better off, just because who knows how many times we'll get full paralysis. I'll go Incineroar just because I do not want to. Let's see if we get our attack off. We're gonna go Incineroar just because I don't want to get Thunder Waved on Koraidon. That does KO Grimmsnarl. Let's see if we get... I don't think we'll get our shield back. Yeah, not quite. Okay, there is the bear. Let's Moongeist and Parting Shot. Well, what are they going to do? They need the Trick Room, right? Yeah, I would say they pretty much have the Trick Room here. And, oh wow, they didn't. And they didn't Terra, so... If we... Wow. I mean, this guy's playing a hardcore. So Rillaboom's going to make this really tough for them. He's good into both of their final Pokemon. And then Koraidon's very strong as well. They have no way to set up Trick Room. I'll go for the Protect, because if I get hit with a full paralysis, it's just going to be really rough either way, so let's see. How's it going? We're back. It's been a little bit. Definitely going to be more consistent here in the next couple of weeks. Just had some stuff going on I had to deal with, and we did get our Protect off. So no full paralysis this game, which is nice. Okay, they go right after Rillaboom. He lives it. Yep. And I'm thinking we're faster than the Ursaluna, but let's see. Okay. Wow. That's one Calm Mind. They did have a drop, though. We're not getting paralyzed at all. Very good. Okay. I don't think they've ever Terra'd. Let me know if you guys are like, this is my first time streaming with the Switch 2, so let me know if this is looking, you know, the way it should look. If the frame rate is how it, 60 frames per second. If you can tell or not, let me know. Yeah, they never turret. Okay, so let's just Dazzling and I'll Grassy Glide. Yeah, okay. That battle was tough for them for the last few turns, but I don't really blame anyone for not giving up until the end. Okay. Now I did watch the North American International Tournament and have been, casually keeping up with things, even though I haven't been able to play or post anything on the channel. So generally pretty aware of what to expect. I don't know if I'll see any super meta stuff until we get into Master Ball, but even though my team is I'm not using Terrapagos like I had been, still not really in the mood for facing Zamazenta and Kali Shadow. So if we can avoid playing against them, I'll take that. Though this team should be able to play into it, it's just more mind game stuff, I would say. Okay. Trying to think, what do we do here? I think I'll do this. So we'll have the option of trying to set up with Lunala or oh, that's a cool trainer card. Okay. We can't really Calm Mind, which is unfortunate. I guess we'll just go right after the Whimsicott. And I'll try to Spore Graph. Okay, there's Koraidon. That's alright. I mean, we'll probably get hit with a Moonblast, which is a little rough, but it's okay. Yep. Oh, okay. I haven't played in a minute, so I really wasn't sure. It depends on how aggressively it depends on how much investment they put into the Whimsicott as well. I don't see any major issue with using Terra here. Unless I want to power up Koraidon later. But against Groudon, probably not the best. I don't know. We'll see. My thought process here is if they try to go for a Draco Meteor or something crazy, we don't have to worry about that quite as much. They'll probably Volt Switch because we do have Rillaboom, so Usually you don't want to stick in with Koraidon if the opposing team does have Rillaboom, and you're almost always going to bring Rillaboom in a situation like this. I was also open to using Terra on Brute Bonnet eventually, but since we did take that nasty critical hit, he's not at a very decent amount of health. Okay, Frigoraph. Okay, Whimsicott's out of here, which is nice. Now I don't have to worry about, like, Endeavor or anything crazy. Okay. Koraidon's back. Okay. I'm actually okay with Calm Mind. Am I? I mean, how much damage am I going to take here? I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to protect and U-turn on Frigoraph. Because I think... Okay, so they might Draco Meteor here. If they do that, that's not the end of the world, but it's not great. Okay. Much more ideal. Send in Brute Bonnet. And here I will use my Calm Mind. And then I'll immediately switch Rillaboom in. Okay. They just do the same play. Oh, this time they target down the right slot. Brute Bonnet being here is pretty sweet too. It does depend a little bit on how fast this Groudon is, but they don't know how fast our Brute Bonnet is. Ours, I do run mine a little fast, so very possible they could outspeed me, but they won't know that for sure. Is it greedy to go for another Calm Mind? I don't think I need to, so I won't. And I also don't know if... Okay, so they're not going for Trick Room at all. They lose their Electric Seed as well. We'll have to see if they are just going immediately after Rillaboom or not. And then we'll have to see if they're faster than my Rillaboom. Yeah, if they heat crash here, that should do plenty. Oh, it's heat wave. The heck? They miss Rillaboom. So that ends up being pretty terrible, I would say. I feel like Koraidon here is fine. And I could switch back to Rillaboom if I really wanted to. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Then again, light screen one more turn. Yeah, the eruption would have made more sense to me. I'm just gonna Calm Mind and close combat them right on slot. Because if they are just a special Groudon, then they won't break through another Calm Mind up on Lunala. Yeah, I think they might be locked into this. So this isn't looking good for them. That did do a lot, surprisingly. Okay, light screen's gone. Actually, I'm not sure. Oh, they're probably specs. That makes the most sense now that I really think about it. I'm just gonna double up on Groudon. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't expect that, otherwise I wouldn't have used Moongeist Beam. I mean, I knew Life Orb close combat does a lot, but Groudon's usually pretty tanky. I guess when you have to run it like offensive special attack, you don't have nearly as much room to invest in bulk. Yeah, the Miraidon, I'm not sure if that was Assault Vest. It did have decent damage output, but if the specs is on the Groudon... If the specs was on the Groudon, then it could have been. And they're still trying to win with Rigraph for whatever reason. Okay. So unless they didn't give me the proper amount of points last time, I think I need one more. Yeah, need one more. I don't like a lot of what I'm seeing, to be honest. Yeah. I'll just kind of go with my typical game plan here. There's a lot of fire Pokemon, or potential fire Pokemon with the Koraidon, so I don't like that. It's probably going to be a game where a very solid read, or anticipating a solid lead on their, or not lead, read on their end could make a really big difference. Okay. This is preferred. The Koraidon was definitely the Pokemon I was fearing the most. So I'm going to fake out and set up a Calm Mind. First game we played on this stream, there was a Grimmsnarl with Thunder Wave. We didn't get full paralysis ever, which was very helpful. But I've had games where it just completely cripples me as well, especially if they do it on my setup Pokemon. Oh, interesting. Okay. Covert Cloak, Grim. They're thinking about it. Okay. If this is a River Dance style Volcarona, they're definitely in a good spot. I'm going to Protect and switch into Incineroar. I'm hoping they just like try to Thunder Wave, and we'll see. I would imagine this probably is Quiver Dance, but we'll see. They could just be like pure support Volcarona. Both are very solid. This team is probably a team that I remember seeing a team with both Miraidon and Koraidon on it. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Okay. Okay. Very good. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to set up another Calm Mind. We'll see if this Grim has, well, I guess we won't just yet. Oh wait, I forgot. Okay, the Grim, I completely forgot the Grimmsnarl had, Covert Cloak. Okay. Well, that was stupid, but... Let's see what the we could have faked out on Volcarona there. Okay. They're just going after Incineroar. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. We're just gonna have to go after Volk now. There's a lot of things that could sway this. We don't even... I mean, Spirit Break, Foul Play, those are both really bad into Lunala. Completely forgot about the Covert Cloak. Yeah. Okay. They're just going after Incineroar. Since they're getting all the boosts, it's just working out for them. Okay. There we go. No crit. Just Calm Mind boosts. We get a Koraidon in. I think we go for the Dazzling Gleam now, and we just switch in Rillaboom. Even though they'll probably Volt Switch, we just, you know, I don't want to take a full power Electro Drift or anything. I'd say if we don't get hit with a really nasty full paralysis, we're okay. We can, I think we can even afford like a couple, but we just can't afford them at the wrong time. Okay. This is kind of like the Grimmsnarl set I was using, actually. A lot of damage, it's gotta be specs. Okay. So that sucks, but manageable. Two more turns. And since they've used Terra, if we land a Dazzling Gleam on the Koraidon, they're just done. and they don't know we're using Dazzling Gleam, so they might try to get a little cute and switch on a certain side, because a lot of Lunalas do use Moonblast. So yeah, I would have went for the Thunder Wave there, I think. Okay. I really don't mind that, actually. Okay. And now a Moongeist and Grassy Glide. I don't think that they'll switch Koraidon in on that slot, seeing as how we're using Dazzling. Yep. And I would say we'll get our boost. Oh, critical hit. I don't know. I would have to take a look again, but the first Dazzling did a decent amount, and that was spread damage, so I think we were okay there. That was part of the reason why I wanted to switch it up. Okay. Light screen is gone. And we have Shadow Shield back, so they really do need Paralysis to get somewhere here. And even then, they're definitely going to need to get lucky, because I mean, we both have a Koraidon still. Okay. I'll send in my own Koraidon. Okay, Lunala did get full paralysis. But they're not the Life Orb set, so I don't think they can knock out my Koraidon in one hit, whereas I probably can knock them out. So I think we're good, even if we lose a speed tie and they do get another full paralysis. Yeah, there we go. So that was a pretty quick little 3-0. And with my game that I had already won before the stream, we are 4-0 right into Master Ball. Okay. 5,000. Let's play another one. Yeah, not surprised. It's pretty late into the season. I mean, another week and the season's gonna reset. But yeah, if you guys do want to play this team, I do have a rental code for it. I did not show that on this stream, unfortunately, because I just put the Pokemon in my party and played it. But I have a ton of videos. Oh, wow. Okay, well, there's the Kelly Shadow Zama combo, but with the very unexpected Feraligatr in the lead there. Okay, that looks like their partner Pokemon. Okay. So I'll just switch Koraidon in, and I will Terra Water, Spore the Zamazenta. This does still make things a little complicated later on, because the Kali Shadow can really mess up Lunala later if I don't have access to Terra. But I really can't afford to take like Flare Blitz plus Body Press, especially in the sun. We will get our defense boost, but let's see. This turn's very, you know, still pretty risky, because they could just protect. It's not great. They could also taunt. I didn't really think about that option, and that would be really unfortunate. Okay. We do have the Covert Cloak, so that's totally fine. I'm going to Flame Charge and Spore over here. They could have safe. Okay. They just cancel. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. I would feel worse, but Brute Bonnet actually is one of those Pokemon that uses Covert Cloak in best of threes. It's like arguably just an optimal item on him. So, you know, I don't expect everyone to know what item every Pokemon's running, but okay. I'm actually not sure. What do we do here? It's been a minute since I've faced off against this, and I don't know if I've ever played the Leech Seed variant of this team against my Koraidon Lunala team, because I mostly played this in the early meta. I think what I'll do is I'll lead Incineroar, scope out what item they're using. Yeah, and then we'll go from there. So if they're Clear Amulet, that does change how I would maybe approach this a little bit. Also, I guess I need to know what type of Miraidon this is as well. Okay. So we do have a faster Incineroar. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Calm Mind and just switch Rillaboom in. And I'm going to Terra Fairy just so I don't get, like, secretly hit with a... Well, not secretly. Just in case they go for the knockoff immediately. Okay. We will lose leftovers, so that kind of sucks either way, to be honest. Yeah. That's all right. Second Calm Mind. Could be very good. Could see them switching out here for sure. Very. All right. Let's see if they like Flare Blitz Lunala to break the shield. But then again, they would have had to known I was going to fake out. Okay, they do. It's a little scary then. Definitely didn't have to do that. We could have just went on the offensive there. That would have been fine. But since we've set up the two Calm Minds, I do want to be a little bit more cautious with the Lunala here. Okay. Wonder who you bring in here. Because you used Terra already. So that means there really isn't a solid switch in. Okay. Well, that makes my next turn a lot easier. Because there's no reason for me to... Yeah. I'm not that worried about the Koraidon because I have Grassy Terrain up and I have a couple of Calm Minds set up. So no reason for me to neutralize the Koraidon even though it is the restricted. Okay. Yep. So this does give them the ability to set up Trick Room if they want it. But it will come at the price of just getting slapped with a knockoff. So let's see what they end up doing. Okay. Huh. That was not a lot of damage. Oh, that's because I got intimidated. Yep. Okay. Rest will go away. I'm going to Moongeist and Flare Blitz. Yeah. Even with the lead sheet, that's not going to be too much of an issue. Okay. Decent damage. All right. I think I'll protect and parting shot. On the Incineroar. Okay, cancelled. Well, there we go. I do think what I'm going to do though is pause it there. Just have a short stream for today. Didn't have anything crazy planned. I just wanted to jump in, use a team that I've already used so that I didn't have to overthink it too much and just make some content for you guys. So I also really want to see how this stream looks on the Switch 2 here. This is probably the I'm back. So yeah, this is something I wanted to kind of experiment with and see how the frame rate held up with the with my capture card and everything. But yeah, if you guys have not gotten to check it out, Scarlet and Violet is looking pretty good on the Switch 2. The load time is like way faster. Probably the biggest thing that I noticed the difference with is like when you're traveling in between these areas. I remember this used to really take like a whole minute or so to load. And now it's like instant almost. So load times are way better. Obviously not the biggest reason to get the Switch 2. I don't even own a Switch 2 game yet, so I just went ahead and bought mine once I saw how good Scarlet and Violet looked because I knew I would eventually get one. And if I do get a game early, it will probably be Donkey Kong. So that's something I've been considering. Yeah, you just gotta have the hookup for the Switch 2. If you walk into the store blind, you're not getting one. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, considering getting Donkey Kong, this is like pretty much a full Pokemon channel, so I don't know if I would play that on here, but maybe if some people want to check it out, I would. So I'll probably put up a poll for that soon. But other than that, like I said, I'm just going to cut this one short. And thank you guys for tuning in and checking things out. Next week, I will be going live more, and I'll try to let you guys know ahead of time in the future when I do that. So again, thank you for coming in today, and I'll see you later.